Hey songsters, today I'm going to talk about how to avoid creative burnout. I have faced creative burnout before, and by my experience it's really just feeling like you can't keep going and keep creating. You feel so exhausted and just creatively completely tapped. Maybe you're discouraged, maybe you've had some kind of trauma. Sorry, we're walking Benzie. Can you see that? There you go. When you've had some creative burnout, you need to give yourself some space from that project. Hi. So I thought I'd give you guys some tips, just quick tips, like 3 quick tips for avoiding creative burnout. And I think it's really important to incorporate these things into your regular routine so that you don't have to get to that discouraging point. And I think it just takes a lot of time out of your creativity, and it takes a lot of energy out of your creativity and momentum. Number 1 is to do things like what we're doing today, and that is to have fun, do things that relax you, take a break. Maybe you're not relaxed by going for a walk, but maybe you could just make sure that you make time for those things. Tip number 2 is to manage your stress. So having fun and making time to have fun is going to help with this, but you can also do other things like journaling and, prayer and spending time with the people you love, and making sure that you unwind, that you unplug at the end of the day, whether that's reading a book before you go to bed or something else. This is one tip that is really difficult for me right now, because having a toddler and a job and creative projects going regularly, I'm already out of breath. I'm out of shape. It's hard for me to make that regular time to pray and journal, and I do it every once in a while when I think of it, and I don't think this is something that you should ever guilt trip yourself about. That's my downfall. I tend to be a guilt-ridden person, and that's not what I want for anyone else. But I do know that when I am making that time regularly to journal and pray and and setting aside time to play with Shepherd, and things just go a lot better. The things that stress me out don't stress me out so much, and I think that that's the point. So these 2 tips could be for anyone. You don't have to be a songwriter to apply these tips. Tip number 3 could be for any creative person, I think especially for songwriters, and this is something I did earlier today. Just discover new music. If you want to write songs, you have to keep listening to new music. And I listened to one of my favorite artists, John Foreman, and I just haven't listened to any of his new stuff recently. And so I looked some up on YouTube and just had it playing in the background while I was getting ready this morning and showering and getting dressed, and it's just so inspiring. There's so much music out there that just makes me want to write. I listen to it and I go, man, I want to write like that. I wish I could write a song like that. And I think that's a sign that you've really found something that's going to inspire you and keep you going. And that stuff helps you avoid burnout. Benzie's wrapping himself around my legs. There we go. Those are my 3 tips. Make time to play. Make time to pray, journal, relieve stress, and to make time to listen to new music. And I hope this helps you with your creativity and whatever projects you have going. If you're new here and you haven't seen any of my videos before, I make videos on songwriting and how to help myself and you become better songwriters, and so that's the kind of content that I put out here. If you are interested in that, please click subscribe and click on the notifications button so you know whenever I post. Yeah, that's it. I hope this really helped you and encouraged you, and I hope that you write the song you need to hear this week. Say bye-bye. Bye. Kenzie says bye too. Where is he? There he is. All right, we're gonna finish our walk.